Darren Till versus Jorge Masvidal has been set for March 16th in London. That's about 6 days away from right now. And I gotta say, this is kind of like Battle of the Scrubs, you know. I guess Darren Till wanted to fight. He was desperate for a fight, looking to fight on the London card. And Jorge stepped in. Probably the weakest opponent in the welterweight division, if I'm being honest. And just so I could say, Jorge Masvidal looks like the love child of Jay and Silent Bob. Dude, we gotta get laid, man. But there's no bitches, man. And they ended up having sex, even though they're always calling everybody faggots. Anyway, back on topic. After pulling Masvidal out from the local homeless shelter and offering him a fight, I'm not really feeling this. You know, I just this fight really doesn't do anything for me. If either guy wins, it's not really that impressive, to be honest. And the winner will probably get Ben Askren next. So there's that. Of course, Darren Till coming off of the worst fight, probably the fight that made him look like the biggest, shittiest fighter in versus Woodley. I don't think he landed a single strike in that fight. Walked into an overhand right and literally just let himself be finished. Like, that's a terrible performance. I don't care what you say. That fight, oh God, dropped his stock. Dropped his stock like a bad habit. Terrible fight for him. And even before that, there was some controversy. You know, the Stephen Thompson fight I felt was scored a bit different from how reality should have been. It should have been scored. You know, I think Wonderboy won that fight, but Till did have the luck that it was in his own home country of England, and you know, England is the same place that scored Bisping over Dan Henderson too. Let's not be so quick to forget that. I'd say Till's only really impressive performance so far was against Old Man Cerrone. And, you know, he's very beatable at welterweight. A lot of people beat him. Other than that, it's a fluke decision over Wonderboy, uh, a complete mauling by Woodley, which he looked terrible in, and a bunch of no-name Brazilian cans. So there's that too. Masvidal is also coming off of a loss to Wonderboy, and even Damian Maia, old man, 40-year-old Damian Maia of all people. I mean, granted, it was a split decision, but still, 40-year-old Maia, who lost to Woodley, got destroyed by Colby, got outpointed by Usman. You can't lose to Maia and be a top contender at welterweight right now. It's just that's not how it works. So, my prediction for this fight. I think Till will outstrike him on the feet and probably win a boring unanimous decision. He's not knocking anybody out. You know, he's a pattern striker. He's just going to touch up Masvidal, get the win via unanimous decision, and nothing really happens. Nothing. I'm not a win for either of these guys, except maybe Masvidal doesn't really do anything. I mean, no one's going to be impressed that you beat Masvidal, who hadn't won a fight in like 4 years. But the winner of this gets Ben Askren. So, you know, I'm looking forward to that, to be honest. I think that's gonna be a good fight to whoever wins. This shit talk will be funny. You know, Askren almost got killed in his last fight versus Lawler, so that's gonna be a good one. This is my prediction for the fight, and you know, we'll see what happens.